episode of Don't Let It Stu. I have one of my favorites here. SE Cupp is here in the house. I mean, I've noticed with you recently. Hi, by the way. Happy Friday. I've noticed with you, you're like killing it on social right now because I think you have found a trend. You have found something, like you've hit something that's working. Because it's always like fun to see people how they do it. You know, you would always like talk, you'd say your opinions and stuff like that. But now like you see Essie's face and then she points and then it's like a news story and then she kind of riffs on it. But it's like everyone waits for the point and like the ding and then you go. You know, it's really good. It's working.
Stu, I can't tell you because you know I've been on social media a while. I never imagined doing something this simple, right? I overthought what I have to do on social media. And I think a lot of people do when they get, you know, they come on here, they're creators maybe for TV or somewhere else and they think, okay, I really have to overthink and do something extra unique and complicated. And I tried so many things.
Yeah.
I would not have believed you if you told me it would have been as simple as pointing to a headline and making a face.
I've noticed that because I've seen like you're getting thousands of likes now and comments and all that.
Yeah,
like, oh my
it
God,
is.
this is
People
working. It's great.
really responding because it's simple, it's to the point, and I'm reacting the way everyone is reacting, right?
And I great think take as well, and you're so experienced and all that stuff. Sorry, say that again.
I think it just makes people feel less crazy. That I'm like, this is fucking nuts, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's been great and fun, but like I can't believe it's this simple.
We wait for the crazy headline of the day from you. That's basically we're like, okay, what's she going to choose today? There's a selection.
Amazing. Well, I'm having a lot of fun with it too.
I mean, I need to figure out what mine is. It's like I had a few like hits on like some recipes. Like I just, you know, and then there's, you know,
I like your sandwich thing.
The sandwich thing is great. Like that's super fun.
Love that.
Like Chris and I are building that and we want to kind of do it. And then we kind of I want to create a reel and I want to take it out into the road and like pitch it as a show in some way. I think it's kind of like, maybe like we go into like cafes or sandwich bars, right? And we're like, and they're kind of maybe struggling a bit. And Chris is like, okay, I'm going to give you this, like, we're going to make this pastry way better. He's going to fix that or something. We fixed like one or two items on the menu. It's not a whole redo or anything like that, but it's like, help us out. Or, you know, we're here to help.
I like that.
And stuff. Yeah, just something simple, you know? To get
simple
off
works.
We're going to get into all Housewives, by the way. We have Salt Lake City, we have Orange County, so stay tuned. You know, I like to talk a bit of shit before we get into that stuff. And so does SC. I'm going to ask her like what to get off her chest as well. Okay, so you all know about the dog park. I go to the dog park every morning at like 6 or whatever, and the dog has so much time. There's a guy there, right? And I've told this to people before. He fucking talks my ear off. And he always kind of makes an excuse. He's like, hey, like, I got some steaks last night. Like, can you tell me how to make them? And I'm like, sure, like, fine. Like, I want to answer this question at fucking 6:05 a.m., you know? And I do it and it's fine. And then I kind of go on my way and I go to the other end of the dog park and I sit down and like, sometimes I like to edit my reels, like with my headphones in, and I'll just do it. It's peaceful. It's quiet. It's kind of dark. It's like cozy. And so I do that. So the big dog park had to get a redo. The grass needed to be redone. So it was closed for like 5-6 days. So we all had to go migrate to the small dog park. Now, I can get away with my dog because it's a small dog. So I can go to the big dog or small dog park, right? So I'll go to the small dog park. He brings these two terriers that are like mid-size. Like they're kind of large, right? They're friendly, they're lovely and all that stuff. Some other people bring their large dogs. But it's small. So we're all kind of sitting beside each other. And it was just after the assassination thing. And I was just like, and he was like, God, man, it's world, it's crazy. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, it's a lot. Like, it's tough, you know what I mean? Whatever that. Then he fucking launches in. And I'm like, no. I'm like, oh my God. I don't want to have this political conversation at this hour in the morning. I'm just like, no. Because I'm just like, I feel like he's not on the same side as me. And I'm like, that's okay. And I'm like, and he's like, he was a great person. I was like, no. I was like, he said like A, B, and C. He didn't say those things. I said, dude, like, just go look it up. Just Google. I said, I don't really want to have this conversation this morning. Yep. Then he started talking about the other guy. And I was like, you know what? I came here, I just want to have fun. I just want to like fucking dogs, whatever that. So he kind of tries to start me and I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. So fine, he stops, right? And I'm like, fucking hey, like this is why I don't want to talk to this guy.
Mhm.
And I didn't know any of those things, like, you know what I mean, before. And
Mhm.
so,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
but this is where it got me. Wasn't that like I would talk to him again or whatever that. This is where I was like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
Was there was a girl walking with her small dog and she was coming
Mhm.
into the small dog park. And she's like, are all the big dogs kind of meant to be here? Or like, you know, she kind of didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, maybe if your dog got a personality, he would mix with the other dogs. Like this. And I was like, she's actually being really fucking nice. She's not saying it in a smart ass way. She's saying it
Yeah.
really nicely. I'm kind of like, oof, I don't really want to get involved, but I'm like, that's so fucking below the belt. And I was kind of like, she's actually in the right. We shouldn't
Uh-huh.
be fucking in here. I can be in here because Milo is like tiny. He's a
Yeah.
small dog.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be in here.
Yeah.
So he should have just said like, oh yeah, like the other park is closed. Like we're just kind of just trying to, we kind of all have to coexist right now. But like my dogs are really nice. Like, oh my
Mhm.
God, like I'll watch my dogs if you want to bring them in. But she was like, and then they kind of went back and forth a bit. And she was like, you know what, fuck this. Like she kind of just walked around the park, like, you know, on her own. Then he
Mhm.
left. I went out to her. I'm like, I'm so sorry about that. I'm like, what a fucking dick. Like to say that to you. I was just like, I said, you can go in now. I said, they're gone. I said, whatever. And she's like, thanks. She's like, I just like was like, why is the big dogs in the small dog park? I didn't know like there were
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done with you. Like that, like you
Yeah.
don't do that to this like nice girl. Like, you know what I mean? She just was asking a question and he just like attacked her. So
He seems very socially unaware and like,
yeah. And it's
oh
like,
no,
and so I
socially
go,
unaware where like you don't sit down and talk to someone you kind of but barely know about the most
yeah,
heated political topic that's happening right
sure. Like
now.
I would
Nor
never
do
do
you
that to
bite
anybody.
someone's head off for no reason. Like,
That's what pissed me off. I don't care like if you
yeah.
talk about that stuff and I'm like, look, we're not going to agree on it and that's fine, but I just don't want to have that conversation right now with you at 6 a.m. in the morning. I just want like peaceful, go on my phone, a little scrolly scroll,
Yeah.
like the dog runs around, you know, I
Right.
wake up in the hour before I go to the gym. So now I go into the dog park. I saw him this morning and I just have my headphones in and I was watching like Salt
Yeah.
Lake City, like on my phone.
Do
And
not
he
disturb.
tried to get my attention. And then he does this. So then like Milo's running around. I'm kind of watching it. I'm watching the TV and stuff like that on my phone. And Milo runs over to the water fountain, you know,
Mhm.
so I'd have to go over there and press the button so it comes out and then he can drink. And I can overhear him through the headphones. Oh yeah, Milo, I'm not getting you water. Your dad needs to get you that. I'm like, he's pissed.
God, he's crazy.
He's so pissed. And I looked at Milo and I went over and like fed him and stuff like that. I was like, this is why. I was just like,
This is
like it's
why. Yeah.
okay. I don't need to talk to you in the morning. You know, like I'm in my headspace. Am I doing? Anyway, that was
Yeah.
just he knows.
Jeez. What if he
But
does
it's
he
crazy.
listen to you? Does he watch you?
I don't think so. No. He asked me about food because he knows that like I'm a chef or
Okay.
something like that. Sometimes he asked me the odd question, but then once you answer, you're stuck for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And like I
Look,
was
it's
always nice to
social
him and stuff. I
awareness. It's
just
not a gift everyone
yeah.
has.
And it's
Like
like here's the
even
thing. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No,
You go.
you're fine. Go ahead.
Well, like even people want to talk to me a lot about
Of course.
politics. I understand why you want to do that. But I don't always want to do that. And I'm paid to do that. So I definitely don't
Correct.
want to do it for free. And it's not like I don't know if people assume like in my private life when I'm not working that all I want to do is talk politics and like the grossest, worst part of politics, like
Yeah.
someone was just assassinated, someone who does what I
Sure.
do for a living was just assassinated, and maybe I'm not in an okay headspace about it, but no one ever, they're just like, so, like launching right into it. And I'm just like, this is so weird. And I feel like you
Yeah.
should have to ask someone to consent before you talk about politics. Like you should require some, is it okay if we talk about this? So
Yeah.
I can consent instead of just now I'm in this. I through no fault of my own, I didn't ask for this. I don't want to be talking about it, but I have to, or else I'm
Yeah.
really, really rude. And I don't want to be
I know.
rude. I just
No, because you're
need
lovely.
some
You're very
fucking
approachable and
boundaries.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I know because it's
It's
like
a lot.
it's one of those things when you start, you're fucking in it. It's not a two
Yes.
sentence answer and then you're out, you know?
And who would, in the middle of a conversation like that, about that, be like, okay, thanks, gotta go. Like it's so deep and heavy. You feel like you have to you have to really
Yeah,
lean
do
in
a
and be
little
like,
bit
I
more.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I get it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw something moving on to, and I always give little tidbits. This is a different type of take on Taylor Swift right now. I'm super excited about her album next week. I'm going to the movie thing. My friend is making me a T-shirt, which is
Mhm.
super cute, by the way. I thought it'd be
Ah,
kind of cringy, corny, but he sent me an image of it. He's like, I'm going to get T-shirts made. I'm like, oh my God, is it a bachelorette party? I'm like, I don't want it. I'm going to be so embarrassed. I'm like 44, and I'm like, no, bitch, just fucking lean into it. Like, have a good time.
yes.
He sent me the T-shirt, and it's the cutest thing. You'll all see it next Friday. I'm sure it'll be a photograph. Um,
Okay.
but I was scrolling in TikTok this morning, and there was this girl, her Morgan O'Neill or something underscore, and she was like, "You know what? I've been a Swiftie from the end of time or from the beginning of time, and like I just, I loved. I cried at the Eras tour, this, that, and the other." And I'm like, "Okay," and she's like, "I'm just not anymore. I like her music, but I just don't like her anymore." I feel like
Right.
it's kind of becoming a thing now where I feel like, and I don't blame her. I just think it's the climate that we're in. And it's a bit kind of, and it's not her fault. It's like, she knows when she's bringing out this album and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
the timing. She's like fucking firing off all these different versions of vinyls. She's doing these drops. She's doing this, all this kind of stuff. People want her to talk about Gaza. People want her to talk about,
Yeah.
I guess what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
And she's not. And they're like, people are like disappointed in her. And like, and I'm like, is it your grievance? Or is it like, is it her fault? Like, is
Yeah.
it like, do I see a kind of a small downfall of her now? I think once the album comes out, it'll like pop back up again.
Yeah.
But I'm like, people kind of want a bit of happiness and happy music right now. Maybe that's a nice thing to have, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it to kind of distract me for a bit. And then she was like, she's hanging out with MAGA supporters and, you are the company who you keep. So this was like her rant this morning. And I was just like, listening to it. I was like, fuck, she's not a hater. She's just a bit tired, I think. So I don't know, like, what do you think about that? Like,
Okay. I have lots of thoughts about Taylor Swift and nowhere to discuss them.
yeah.
So this is great. First of all, I admire Taylor Swift for so many reasons. I think she's a really good person, and I think she's navigated a really insane, crazy
Mm,
childhood and career and
yeah.
adulthood really, really gracefully. I think in a world where there are very few role models for kids, she's a good
Mm,
one.
yeah.
But I will say, I'm not a hater either. Her music is not for me. Her
Sure.
music is like nursery rhymes. It's for children, and that's fine. And she's great at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do not force me.
I can see that.
It's not like I must like it or I'm a
Sure.
terrible
Yeah. Of
person, okay? Her
course.
music's not for me. I'm 46. I'm a
Yeah.
grown up, okay?
Stop.
Shake
I'm a
it off,
child,
shake it off.
okay?
It's not for me. Okay, okay.
That's
I'm
not
not a
for me
bad
either.
person because it's not my music. Or I'm not psyched about the Eras tour. It's not for me. Okay,
Yeah.
put that aside. I can't imagine being a person in the public eye the way she is, who is producing so much content
Mm,
in terms of music. She's always in the headlines. Now her love life is the
yeah.
center of everyone's attention. She can't even go to a football game without people having political conversations about it. She can't be
Yeah.
friends with her fiance's friend's
Sure.
wife
I
because of
know. That's
MAGA.
what you
Like,
expect her to do. Yeah.
she cannot win.
No.
And she's winning, I think, in an absolutely awful environment that is
Yeah.
desperate to cut her down. And they can't
Sure.
because she's really good at staying above it.
I think she's
And
better off saying nothing, to be
she
honest.
shouldn't say
She shouldn't
anything
say
if
anything.
if
No.
she doesn't
I
want
don't think it's
to.
your responsibility either.
But even when she doesn't say anything, people are mad at her because she's not saying
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
She can't win. She's doing the best I've seen anyone with that level of fame do.
Someone's
Let
trying
me
to
just
serve her
say,
in
but
Kansas.
I can understand there's some fatigue, even if you like her.
Yeah.
This Eras tour, man, it was long.
Yeah.
It dominated my For You page for way
Yeah.
longer than I wanted it to.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay? And then to immediately afterwards, engagement, new album. I understand if people want a little break from them.
I mean, there
And
was
now
a bit of
it's
a
football
break, but not
season,
long
so
enough.
I understand people want to. You're not a hater just because you might want a little break. Okay?
Of
I've said
course,
all
I
the things
totally
I
get it.
wanted to
Yeah.
say.
No, that's fine. Like it's like I think she's doing the right thing. She's not
Are they
saying
going to come for
anything.
me,
And
Stu?
listen,
Are they going to come for me now?
no, not at all. Not at all. I think like a lot of people are kind of like, oof, easy. Like like, you know, the rollouts and stuff, and it's it feels like you're kind of maybe taking a bit of advantage of your fans because they'll buy anything that you put out, and
it's a lot.
it's just. Oh, I don't know how to like describe it. Like even I feel I'm like, stop with the fucking. Then she released another vinyl on Target now the other day, and I'm like,
and then it was the New Heights podcast that broke all the podcast records, and
yeah, which
it's
she's
it
super
might feel
famous.
like give us a little break, and we'll love you more. We'll give us a chance to miss you. Is I think the message? Give us a chance to miss you.
That's not going to be for a while because she's on Graham Norton next Saturday. Then she's on Jimmy Fallon the following Monday. Like
she's everywhere all the time.
The album just dropped, so she has to do a bit of promotion.
I get it. I'm not mad at her, but I understand maybe needing a little break.
Yes. No, I agree. Okay.
If they come for me, you must defend me.
They will not come for you. My God, we can have a conversation. Salt Lake City.
Yeah, okay.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's great.
Can I just say, compared to OC, it is so good compared to OC.
I can't wait to talk about OC.
Okay, where do you want to go first? What do you want to do first?
We'll do Salt Lake City. We'll just knock that out. Okay. We'll get like the snow out of the way.
Yeah, great. Okay.
So I'm just going to power through it. It's a good episode.
Yeah,
lots of drama in it. So we start, like, I kind of go to like the main kind of points, you know, like, so Heather and Lisa sit down, and this is where like Heather's like, hey, on the camping trip, they were talking about the lawsuits, this, that, and the other. I live very different lives to you guys. Heather's like, what the fuck? I'm like, girl, this is very like that. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the time when Sutton went after Dorit about like money. Like, I have more money than you. Yes, the wallet thing. It just gave me that vibe. I'm like, girl, fuck. Yes, you're famous for being on the show. Yes, people love you and stuff like that. But now you're fucking losing it. Now you're being like egotistical.
It took us back to season 1 of Salt Lake when Heather and Lisa had this very issue where Heather felt like Lisa looked down on her. Remember the good time girl, and, you know, this idea that Lisa thought she was better than everyone. And over the seasons, you know, I think everyone's worked to sort of level off, but this all came right back the second Lisa said, I live a very different life from all of you guys. Yeah. And Heather, to her credit, is like, no, you don't. No, you, I like that you she really said that. Don't. I was glad she said that too, because 6 years ago or whatever, she wouldn't have. But yeah, that was like the mask slip a little bit for Lisa Barlow. Like, oh, you're still that girl.
And like, I felt like in that moment, because, you know, that was the beginning of what we were to see as the episode went on. It was kind of like, this is the beginning. And then she has the kind of little meltdown. But you can say, like, when she's so defensive, and it's like, it's the defensiveness that gives it off that there is some truth here of, you know, these lawsuits are real. They're nothing. There's nothing. They're just nothing. They're nothing. It's like, 5 is not nothing. Even if it is dismissed, it's still not nothing.
And she could take a cue from Whitney, who said, my business failed and it fucking sucked and now we have nothing. Like, for Lisa could have handled this so easily and well by being like, I thought you guys were my friends and I've been going through it and this hasn't been fun. And you can even say, like, there's nothing there, we'll get through it, but it's never fun to be sued and this is not great. I would hope that you guys would support me. But instead she goes to, this is nothing and you're a gout dick sucker. And it's like, what is wrong with you?
I was like, what's happening?
What is that?
Just can be vile to each other.
Vile.
So then,
vile, but it doesn't win her any sympathy when she does that.
Yeah, no. And then Heather's like, it's okay to cry. It's okay. And she's like, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. She's like, meltdown. It's like, girl, you're not fine. You're carrying, it seems like she's carrying a lot on her shoulders.
Yeah, but doesn't want to admit it.
She's kind of almost like trembling in a way. And like, I'll get to another part where I kind of see that again as well. Then we move on to, and maybe I'm out of order, I don't know, but I think I'm just going to do it anyway. We go on, and I was fucking at the dog park this morning, like fucking crying. Like watching Mary and her son. Yeah. Like I lost it. Like my friend Megan texted me last night and she was like, I'm watching Salt Lake City and I'm just like bawling here on the couch. And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, is it heavy like last season? And so I watched it this morning and I'm like, he's like, hi. And we're
Yeah.
watching it and he's kind of like out of it. And I'm like, and Mary's there. And it's just like, it is the saddest thing to watch.
So
Like, it's
sad.
almost
It
like
gives
I'm
me
nearly
so
getting
much.
teary eyed watching it, saying that now.
Yeah, it gives me so much anxiety,
Yeah.
as a mom. And the worst thing you can imagine as a mom is not being able to solve a problem for your kid.
Yeah. Mm,
And whether your kid's little or, a grown up, basically,
yeah.
that is the worst thing that could happen is you can't solve it. And so,
No.
she's such a good mom. And I have issues with Mary.
Yeah.
I have very serious issues with Mary, including not showing up to a reunion. To me, that is you're done. You're done
Oh,
because
yeah,
that
she did
reunion
that. I
is
forgot
for
about that.
me, the fan. You owe it to me. And if you're going to skip a reunion, you shouldn't come back. Okay. That's me. That's my like pettiness. So I'll always hold that against her. However, she is such a good mom. And in these moments where she's just listening,
Mm-hmm.
hearing him, supporting him, not judging him. Oh, that's what I would effort to be. If I'm
Yeah.
ever, God forbid, in that situation, I think I would want to do it just like her. And I would hope to
Sure.
have the strength and clarity to do it just like her. Because what
Because
a
like,
role model
yeah,
that she
like,
is.
so you think, okay, she thinks she's doing well. Because I was looking at it going like, God, does she kind of need to control him a bit more if he's still smoking weed? Like, is that the slippery slope that he might go down again? And she's like, you have to figure this out yourself, which I understand. And I guess
Yeah.
if he's living in the house, she can kind of keep an eye on him. But
Yeah.
I feel like when he walked in, like the first thing I felt like she should have asked was like, hey, are you high? Like, or have you been smoking? It
But
was
she, me too, that would have been me. But she said, I was such a helicopter parent.
mm-hmm.
It made me feel like I needed to take a step back for
Yeah,
him. I actually think she explained that. And I can understand I can understand that. And we also have to imagine she's getting advice from maybe some professionals he's worked with, maybe
yeah.
therapists who are saying like, or maybe interventionists or addiction specialists or Al-Anon, like this is how to handle this. Because
Mm.
listen, Stu, he could be gone. He could be off
Could
in
be
a
way worse.
ditch somewhere getting high
Yeah,
with no one around. And
sure.
he's still at home leaning on her, talking to her. She's doing something right. I think she's doing
True.
something right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. That's true.
I'm just I marvel at how well she receives him and gives him space to be honest because what she said was he wasn't honest with me before because my expectations were so high. So now I'm
Oh, okay.
creating
Okay.
that environment where he can be honest. So bravo to her. I wish
Yeah,
this situation on no one. There is
it's
no
crazy.
perfect way to do it,
Yeah.
right? I think she's doing the best she can, and I feel so much for her and them.
It's great. I'm glad they're showing it. It's like I felt like I
Oh, me
think
too.
at the first time I was like, oh God, is this a bit much? Like, yes, like this will live with him
It's
forever.
dark, but
And now
it's
I'm
so
like,
good
it's
that they show
really
it.
good. It is really good because I mean, I'm sure there's so many people out there like they're dealing with this or moms or
So
whatever,
many.
dealing with it for sure.
Yeah.
So then Heather and Bronwyn sit down. And then
Yeah.
Bronwyn, they go over like the thing at the camp and about like the kids moving out and like, oh my God, I'm this and the other. And Bronwyn's like, oh my God, I don't want to give up my kids. I had them move in.
Yeah.
And then Heather, like, it's just like Heather exhausts me sometimes because it's
Yeah.
like, then because Bronwyn is very like, there was no digs there at all. There was just
Mhm.
not. And like,
Mhm.
but Heather goes to that place and then she apologizes at the table, which I really feel like she didn't need to apologize to Heather. And then Heather was like, yeah, I just feel like, and then Bronwyn's like, you know what, Heather? I seem to like apologize and do it, but it doesn't seem to land.
Right.
This
Right.
fucking drives me crazy. And that almost like, and we'll get to it in Orange County, that almost takes me back to Katie apologizing, owning something, and it doesn't fucking land with them, and they
Yeah.
just keep riding her. And it's like,
Yes.
and I was kind of did like a bit of a deep dive in that, like in the psychological part of that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's like, and I was just like, because I didn't get it. It's like, you're like showing them a kind of like emotional openness by apologizing or taking accountability. And just some people just don't operate that way and they
Yeah.
can't understand it. And
Right.
and
Right.
it's almost like they don't hear it and they still hold you like accountable for what you did. Even though you
Yes.
apologized for it and owned it, they still can't. So you're just fucking getting on the merry-go-round.
And there's a point where there's no point to it. Weirdly, this happens all the time in my business where, you're on these shows, these debate shows, these panel
Yeah.
shows, and you're
Oh
with
yeah, for
someone
you, it's
regularly
yeah.
enough. You start to build a relationship and some trust and some chemistry. And for someone like me, I know that building trust requires I need to concede a point once in a while and say,
Yeah.
you know what, opponent on the other side of the aisle or whatever, you're actually right about that. And the hope is when you do that, someone receives that and says, oh, okay, and I will do that, another
Sure.
time. When someone doesn't receive that and you're just like, you don't even get what I just did, which
Yeah.
helps you and me. And like,
I
what
know.
is wrong with you? Then you just stop doing it because it doesn't actually move anything forward. And I feel like Bronwyn can get a little unclear sometimes when she
Sure.
talks. And I thought around the campfire, I thought, oh God, I know what she's trying to say, but I also know how Heather's going
She
to hear
said
this.
word salady,
I knew
whatever
it.
Heather said. Yeah.
Yeah. But I
That's what
also
you mean.
knew had Bronwyn ever get if Bronwyn ever got the benefit of the doubt, I think people would be less inclined to jump on her, but she never gets
Yeah.
the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Especially with Heather. Heather's always like, what's she trying to say here? She's trying to come for me. And so it just keeps getting misconstrued because Heather doesn't trust Bronwyn and Bronwyn thinks she does. And every time Bronwyn says, I'm sorry, and every
Yes.
time Bronwyn says, here's what I meant, she thinks she just bought some trust. And she didn't.
Yeah.
She didn't.
God, it's like I was like, oh, 'cause I was glad she said she's like, it just doesn't seem to land. I'm like, thank you. Like
It doesn't.
it's
And
not yeah.
I'm not sure it's anyone's fault. It's just this
Yeah.
pattern that keeps repeating.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We go to the party, we get in the car, so all the girls go to this fabulous party of a
Yeah.
friend of theirs, a socialite,
Yeah.
and this was the point where I was like, something is up with Lisa. When she's in that car, go back and rewatch that scene when she's driving in the car. Guys, if you look at her face,
Yeah.
she's not hiding it. She's like, I'm
She's
fucking
so
panicked. I'm
nervous.
terrified. She's so nervous. Like, what's going to be revealed? I'm trying to hide all this stuff, whatever that
Yes.
is.
Yes.
I just, in my opinion, I feel like she's hiding all this stuff. Like, I think something big is going to happen with her,
Oh.
like bankruptcy big. Like, I just, for some
Oh.
reason, I think something like that, because a lot of these lawsuits, I saw Jamie Rice was a friend of mine. She has another podcast. She was on this one a while back. I saw one of her TikToks, and she was like, a lot of the lawsuits are about non-payment, that
Yeah.
kind of
That's
stuff.
what was alluded
That's
to.
big.
Listen, I saw her in the car too. I had the same thoughts too.
Yeah.
Her words are defiant. You can't destroy me, only I can destroy me. Her body language, she was so nervous to go to this party.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, I'm psyched. I can't wait. I'm going to confront these bitches
Yeah.
and I've got nothing to hide. She was like shaking. You could
Yeah.
tell like there was something she did not want to do or talk about or come out. I totally agree. It wasn't
And
matching.
And you just like really show yourself if you start calling names. Like, you suck your dick for your American Express bill,
Oh,
gout dick, this, that. Like, you know what I mean? You don't go to college, you're stupid. I don't even know what you want. Like, it's just
oh, the whole
everything.
school thing was so low
It
and
was like, you're
gross.
gross. You're losing, girl. Like, keep your calm. Just be like, hey. And all Bronwyn is doing, like, that's all public record. It's in, she said it was in the Salt Lake City Tribune. Like, did you
Yeah.
read? And like, I love the way Heather was at the table. She's like, so what is it about these like lawsuits? Like, what is it? I was like, girl,
Where are
you
you
know
reading
everything
this?
about
Where are
lawsuits.
you reading this? What do you mean?
It's just like, Heather, you know all of it. Like, stop playing dumb, you know.
Yes.
So that was kind of, it went back and
Ugh,
forth. It was a really good showdown.
it was great.
Nobody else
Yeah.
kind of participated in that episode. Like, I barely saw Brittany. Whitney was kind of there running down the street at one scene. I don't know what she was doing. They had the conversation about their businesses, Whitney. So
Yeah.
hopefully she'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Um, it's a lot,
Brittany's a
but that
little
was
cray.
good.
I gotta be honest. Brittany's a little cray. Whew.
Oh, she is. Yeah. I put that on silent and it's coming through.
Huh?
I got a ding. Sorry.
I can't hear you.
I got a ding. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
A text message came through. Sorry.
Brittany's a little nuts. And
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Nuts is fun on these shows sometimes, but she's a little nuts.
Yeah. This
Like
is like
her
nuts.
timing with like and this is not new, but like every season, I don't know if this is her second or third, I can't remember, but like all last season, her timing is so bad. You're like, oh my God, we're just solving a problem. And then she'll be like, but what
She's like,
about
hey
what you
guys,
just did to me?
you guys, I have an
Ding, ding,
announcement.
ding, ding.
Amazing. She needs to keep doing that because it's really funny.
Oh yeah, she
Um,
needs to get some kind of deal out of the ding, ding, ding. I have an
yeah,
announcement.
it's
Like
brilliant.
some brand needs to come to her because it's so good.
I think like she does TikToks and you can like ask her to sing songs and she sings them for you. Like, it's like I
Great.
think the best amount of money, like really it is. Quick sidestep. Are you going to BravoCon?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, great. I'll
Yeah.
see you there.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's just like that's just a throwback, everybody. I kept running into SE at
Yeah.
the two BravoCons I went to, and we was
Yeah.
like, "Hi, how are you? Oh my God, so great to see you. Let's get a
Yeah.
selfie." And then we'd never talk again. So it was like,
Yeah.
so we finally like got the
Became
friendship
friends in
going
real
and
life. Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just took to,
Where
just
where
took
it
it.
doesn't where we don't have to wait for BravoCon to see each other,
Yes,
but like,
exactly, to see each
but,
other.
but I'm happy to see
Um,
you at Bravo.
so funny. Okay,
We'll
let's
have to
get
talk
into
offline about where we're going to dinner. This is what I care about. Where are we going to
perfect.
dinner?
Oh yeah. Okay. Um, Orange County. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay, let's just going to
Yeah.
skip down to it. Okay, Tamara's about to go into college to do the tour of the music place in
Yeah, I
Hollywood.
don't care about any of that.
Doesn't care. He's played with the shenanigans. She knows exactly what he's
I
doing.
don't
Kind
care
of
about
working
defense training either.
together.
Like
I know,
20 minutes of wasted time.
but it's I know. Okay, so there was a nice moment with Jen with the kid, and she wanted her to be the bridesmaid, and you know they did the confessional together. That was a nice moment, and like
It
the
was.
daughter was kind of like she was like, "This is kind of weird." Like she's getting married, and you know you think you're just your husband and wife are just going to get married, and my parents, and they're just happy ever after, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So she had these expectations, and it's kind of weird for her, and you could tell. And even Jen,
Yeah.
I kind of felt for Jen, which I'm not a fan of her this season, but in that moment, it was nice.
It was nice. And I think, you know, the idea that her kid's allowed to have complicated feelings about her mom getting remarried is
Yeah,
so relatable. And like,
yeah,
I'm glad Jen wasn't like, well, get on board. I'm glad she was really understanding that, of course, your daughter's going to have complicated feelings. She can be happy for you and your happiness, and also sad that
yeah.
the family isn't what she grew up with. Like, I completely get that. And it was a very relatable moment.
It
I
was very
loved it.
real, and because she was like, you know, because you initially would think that the daughter like, okay, when we're doing the camera, just be happy that I'm getting married, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it wasn't like that.
exactly.
It was great. She really
It
was
was
kind of like
real.
holding back tears and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
cut to I just threw it in her like, so watch what happens live last night. So Tamara dropping the bomb that she was hit on by Denise Richards in the past. She said that last night to Andy, and then she went after Sheena. It was like great. So now they're
Oh my
fighting.
God, I gotta watch. Okay.
No, you got
I
to watch. And
DVR
then she
those.
said like, oh yeah,
Okay.
Sheena like wants to be on Orange County. Like that's her dream. That's her dream job. So she just she's totally fucked
Wait, are you talking
Sheena
about
over.
Tamra or Heather?
Tamara was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and Andy asked her a question like, "Hey, who are you not excited about running into at BravoCon?" And she's like, "Sheena," and he's like, "Oh,
Tamra's
really?"
not excited to run into Sheena?
Yes, because Sheena started. She
Why?
said Sheena started the whole Kiki Monique of it all with like what happened in
Oh,
Worcester,
right. Okay,
that
right.
whole thing.
Okay.
Okay,
I forgot about that connection. Of course, Sheena's
yeah,
involved in everything, and I love her.
because
But
her
of
dream is
course.
to be on Orange County.
Oh,
But
that's amazing.
she
Oh,
said to her,
okay.
I
I thought
think
she wanted to be on the Valley.
apparently she's not shooting that right now. I saw another thing last night as well on another TikTok or Instagram reel that she hasn't been shooting, but she hasn't been seen shooting yet.
Okay.
Should ask one of them.
Okay.
Anyway,
Interesting.
so back to OC. I just,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
self-defense class. So we get into that because this kind of like starts. Well, this is the scene. Like this is really what kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
goes on in this episode.
Yeah.
The self-defense class. Gretchen turns up looking like Lara Croft in Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's just so
Amazing.
ridiculous. Emily has
Perfection.
I think I give Emily the best joke of the thing, of the show. She,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, Gretchen's more like an Amazon Lara Croft. I was like, that is amazing. That is amazing.
That's so
Always
good.
wears these
It's like,
costumes.
can you just threw that at your hairdresser this morning?
Yeah, it was just the crane that the hair and like I was like, oh god. I was like, it was kind of funny though.
Yeah.
And then Tamra had another great line as well. I can't remember what was it about, but I think if you were in a car with somebody, like what would Gretchen do? She's like, Gretchen would like get you like a bag of groceries and a subscription to Facetune. It was brilliant. I thought it was so funny.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, so then Emily drops the recording thing that they're all at
Mhm.
Heather's that night having the sleepover.
Mhm.
the singing and stuff like that. So here's where it all fucking starts. And then, you know, Tamra even admitted, she's like, it's no big deal. Like, we're having fun. We're in the studio, this, that, and the other. It was the guy from 98 Degrees, was it? Is that what we kind of learned by it?
Yes.
Then she said, like, you know, Slade had a copy of the music and this and the other. So I'm expecting like these ums and ahs and sexual things. I don't think there's any of that. Because it got leaked.
I don't know. However, let me tell you what I thought was odd.
Yes.
Emily brings it up and says, well, you know, they were saying that you went to this guy's house, this guy's studio, and recorded.
Yeah.
And then Tamra says, very specifically, well, I think it was at his house, sort of like a home studio, and it was right after I had separated from Simon and had just started seeing Eddie. I think she wanted people to know I wasn't married. Like,
Gotcha.
or I was separated.
I missed that.
But Emily didn't bring any of that up. Emily didn't say, and the implication was that you cheated on Simon or Eddie. Yeah. She didn't say that yet. She just said, apparently there's a recording of you singing. And Tamra's very, very intentionally, I thought, said, yeah, and I had just separated and I had just started seeing Eddie. I think because she knows.
That's a big point, though. I'm glad she got that in.
This is going, right? And she knows what the accusation's going to be, either because it's true or because she's heard it before. She's aware that this is an accusation. I thought that was interesting that she very intentionally added that in before it had been brought up.
No, I missed that. Thank you for adding that in for everybody that missed that. You know, SE caught it. Well spotted. So then we do the range. Tamra kills it. She like just knocks all the things out with the gun. And then they all sit down to have disgusting food, like with like, and they're like, this corn's amazing. I'm like, girl, it looks like boiled corn. I'm like, can we just all calm down? And you're at like a shooting range, like what? Like this, like self-defense.
What are we doing?
I'm saying it's gourmet. It's just like crazy. So then we have the last scene, and I kind of like the way Emily calls out Gretchen, because here's what I'm finding. God, Gretchen's gonna fucking hate me, but I just feel like something happens, she says something, and then it's brought back up again within the group, and then it's dumbed down a lot.
Yes, totally.
Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, you know, it's not that big. Like, it was like, oh, and then I kind of like, you know, I get drunk and I kind of say these things.
And I didn't mean it.
And the thing about it is, and now it's like, I feel like she's just not doing herself. She's doing herself a disservice, because people are reminded. Here she goes again, not remembering stuff or not saying it's not that bad or whatever. And now we're going back to the maestros, the Katie of it all. Ben are like, wait, she's lying now. Now she's getting caught again.
Yes.
It's like, girl, you know, I'm like, I was rooting for her this season. I was like, great, she's back. It's going to be a great, you know, a new addition. And stuff. But I feel like people are not, they're not getting that now.
They're not. Here's why. She's making a mistake. She's not strategically smart this season. I think she thought this season, I'm coming back to win fights that I lost in 2006.
Interesting.
Okay, and I'm finally gonna win these decades old fights.
Yeah.
Bad strategy. Win now. Beat Tamra today, not Tamra 2006.
Yeah.
Which she could do, because Tamra's kind of a mess, right? With the like, I've changed and I'm trying, and no, you're the same, and that's fine.
On that stuff, yeah.
Yes, beat this Tamra, not the ghost of 2006 Tamra and all those old fights. I think Gretchen and Slade are thinking, we'll finally win those old fights. You're not going to win those old fights, and nobody cares. Win today, and she's misreading the way Alexis misread last year too. The way she's being viewed, Alexis misread the way she was going to be received big time. And I think Gretchen's doing the same. She's completely misreading the way she's going to be viewed in this.
Yeah, I agree with you with the Alexis stuff. I feel like if Alexis had avoided the John Jansen of it, or stopped talking about him and all that kind of stuff, she probably would have sailed by instead of trying to piss
to live another season.
Yeah.
Which is the point for these women. You want to live another season, Gretchen. Stop taking yourself out of contention.
Yeah. Because people were on Shannon's side last season, and then she was going after Shannon with the John Jansen thing, and then you had Tamra about the drinking. So, and everybody's like, Jesus, lay off Shannon, like, you know, poor her, and this, that, and the other.
Yes.
And that's the thing, like, you know, come on, girl, come on, read the room. Like, it's obviously going to be hurtful that you're dating him after he was with her. And it's like
rubbing it in her face.
Yeah. Like
you misread
like
where the audience is going to sympathize.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're never going to fire someone that the audience is sympathetic for, right? So you made Shannon a very sympathetic person. Y'all did last season. Yeah. You all did. No surprise she stuck around. Alexis did not.
Yeah. And it's like, what's happened now, I think the main thing about this, and I see, like, this is what I'm going by. It's not because I know her, but it's reading the comments. Everybody's like, Team Katie, bring her back. I don't want to see this bitch. I don't want to say, bring her back. Where is she? Like, I hope she's back next episode. This, that, and
they better bring her back.
Now, like, she's become the fan favorite.
Exactly.
And another housewife told me that too, that she is become the fan favorite. And I'm like, I know. Yes. I said, it's crazy. I said, I knew this shit would backfire. I knew it was from the beginning.
So did I, because we're students of Housewives. We know this. We've seen this over and over and over again. And they made her sympathetic. Yes. And they don't realize it. They think they look so cool. Mm-hmm. And the audience is like, no. You guys look like bullies. You guys are making her the one we're desperate to come back. And it totally backfired.
And this is the thing as well. And it's just like, oh my God, I just feel like apologies just don't work on these shows for some reason. Because she has like done a few, like, you know, Katie, like the recording thing with Shannon. So she owned it. She said sorry, this, that, and the other. Like she has owned it, like with the Emily stuff and the nanny. She's like, shouldn't have done that. I'm really like sorry. Like I was angry, probably from the reunion when they all went at her at the reunion. So she had her reasons, but she owned it and apologized for it. But that's not fucking good enough. But the other women are doing
audience's point, from our point of view too, like you have a responsibility to make a show, and that requires you guys to work together and show up. And you're employees of the same show, and you owe us. Someone apologizes, move past. You gotta find a way that has to work to the advantage of the show making for us. It's not your comfort level whether you can be around Bronwyn or you can be around Katie.
Everyone has a job.
You have to be for us.
Yeah. Yes.
So like they're forgetting their responsibility as employees and as cast members for the audience. And they're just thinking about their comfort levels. And you can't do that. You cannot do that.
I always would say, and I'm taking it back to many years ago on Food Network, where I did that Private Chefs of Beverly Hills show. It was the first reality show that Food Network ever did. We did 2 seasons of it. It's really fun. You'll see like baby Stu in there, like just panicking his ass off in the kitchen at these like homes. But I remember like the producers always like kind of coming into me to do a sidebar, and they'd be like, okay, we're going to kind of do this. Just go with it. And I'm like, wait, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we're going to take the chicken out of the fridge. So like, you just forgot it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, they're like, exactly. What? So just go with that. I'm like, they're like, so like, what would you do in this situation? I'm like, I'd get in my car and go down to the street and get more chicken. They're like, well, that's not an option. So figure it out. So I'm like, so then I have to play with it. But I was like, that happened multiple times. And I used to always say to myself, this is not my show. This is not my fucking show. So don't be a bitch. Just go do it. Figure it out. Because, and they always said to me, which was comforting, they're like, they'll never make you look bad on the edit. I'm like, okay, you're going to have a bit of fun. You're going to fall, but you're going to win at the end. Like, you know, it's like conflict resolution, you know, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's the format, right? So to take it back to Orange County, it's like,
they're also in their own feelings. And and like, this is my show, and I don't want to film with her. It's not about you, it's about us. It's not what we want.
And like, if they do the apology thing, like, guys, you remember the format, like conflict resolution,
conflict resolution, exactly right.
You can fight 65 times on this show. But like, don't all go after one person. It's never going to work. And like, you know, I mean,
so, and now they're producing it because, and audiences hate that too. When you refuse to film with people or you make it impossible for someone to film with you, you're producing the show now. around the producers. And I
I
don't appreciate that either.
I have
That's not your
something
job. Your
I
job
have
is to show
something
up.
I have something to tell you offline that I heard
Oh,
yesterday. It's fucking crazy. It's like
oh my God.
in regards to that kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it's like, yeah, crazy. So anyway, we go back to the self-defense thing. They're sitting down at the table, then they go at it. Like Gretchen's like, you don't want me to fucking tell like what I know about you. And she's like, what do you know about me,
You
bitch?
don't know me, bitch.
Yeah, you don't know me, bitch, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Then
Uh-huh.
Tamara gets up and then she's like, they're talking about lawsuits, and Gretchen won the lawsuit with somebody that she was sleeping with, but then the guy went after her. Like, that's a whole confusing thing. I
Yep.
didn't really understand that.
Oh, I
Um,
remember that shit. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Tamara kind of grabbed her kind of by the hands and like shaking her, whatever it was. I was like, girl, let your hands off her just in case. And then she does the two fingers and she storms out and all this kind of stuff. And then
Mhm.
Shannon's like, this is so crazy. Like, this is like, grow up, everybody. And it's like, there she goes again. I don't know. It's just like totally. And then it's kind of ends. But I was just like, oh my God. And the first thing I thought was, I was like, this reunion is going to be unbelievable. I
Yeah.
said, I think someone's actually going to die at this reunion.
Oh, Stu.
I said, someone's going to be killed. Someone's going to bring a gun. I know it's too soon, but it's just like,
Too soon.
they are like fucking, like it's become New Jersey. I'm like, all these
Yeah.
bitches are going to be put on pause. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It has. It has. You're right. It's become New Jersey where like people can't
because,
film with each other and
yeah,
there's no line they won't cross. And
yeah,
that was the frustrating part as a viewer watching New Jersey that like, oh God, the lines kept getting crossed and crossed and crossed. And like, that's uncomfortable. I mean, it's uncomfortable for
yeah,
me. I think for most viewers too. It's like, oh, this is gross. Now I feel gross.
it's
I don't want to
heavy.
feel gross.
Yeah.
And they're starting to feel gross.
Because it's kind of really cutting below the belt. Because now they're going after the past and lawsuits and cheating and sleeping with guys, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, we're not staying in the present here. And
Well, that's the other thing. Like, we can't keep relitigating 15-year-old shit. We
yeah,
can't as an audience. Like, we've got to, if you're going to bring back these ghosts of the past, fine, but they have to live in the present. They
yeah,
have to. We can't, we're not here for the 2006 OC reboot. It's got to be today. It's got to be today's shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wonder how many episodes are left. Like three, maybe. I don't know. Before the
Is that
reunion.
it? Oh my
Um,
gosh.
the reunion, I think. Yeah, I think the reunion is in October, like beginning of October. They're
Film or
shooting.
air?
There's film. They
Oh.
haven't filmed it yet.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Then I think we have more episodes then.
So then that'll be like what? So if they film it like then it'll actually be perfect timing for BravoCon by the time it
BravoCon.
ends.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
there's so much. It's just great. There's just so much. Really quickly, I'm just going to ask because I'm just so
Okay.
obsessed with it. Did you watch Unknown Number, the text messaging thing with the dog?
No, but I'm gonna because
Yeah,
I
please
love
watch
these
it because
dogs.
we
I'm
we have to
gonna.
have a conversation about it. No, it's
Okay,
it's just the best. And do you know
great.
what?
I'm
And
gonna.
that's all we have for today, everybody.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. We got through a lot. It was great.
We did a
Um,
lot.
what a great Friday. Essie, tell everybody where they can find you. And can you explain to me what its Substack is, please? I know you have one on there.
Yeah,
You have a
yeah.
Substack.
Substack's a place where, okay, so if you don't have like a show or a network or a newspaper or magazine you write for
Okay.
regularly, you can do anything you want there. It's independent. So you can go and create your own Substack where you can publish, you can do a podcast, you can
Yeah.
do interviews, you can produce mostly like topical stuff
Yeah. Okay.
there. And the beauty of it is it's completely independent. The problem with it is it's completely independent. And so, you might not have editors, you don't have producers, you don't have lawyers telling you don't say this or you're going to get in trouble. So you got to be really careful with that kind of
Got
stuff.
it.
But it's also very exciting because no one's telling you, here's what you need to talk about today. You can do anything you
Nice.
want. And so
Nice.
when there's something that's not right for CNN or that's not a battleground
Hmm.
conversation or my podcast, I can do it on Substack because I can do anything I want there. So it's really fun.
So go follow her over there. Was it snitching and stitching? No.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
snitching and pitching and snitching.
pitching and
Yeah,
snitching.
you can find me at Substack. You can find me at CNN. You can find me Fox Local at Battleground every night at 7 p.m. And my iHeart podcast, Off the Cup, is coming back for a second season,
Oh, well
October
done.
15th. I'm really excited.
When I'm in New York, I want to do it. When I come to New York,
Perfect. You
I want
must.
two things. I want to do your podcast, and I want you to show me CNN and like give me a little tour. That's
Check,
it.
check.
That's all I want.
Check.
That's it.
Easy.
That's
Done.
bucket list stuff. SE, thank you so much. Have a great Friday, everybody, and we'll see you back here next week. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.